right, in this example I'm going to show you today, what we're going to do is take some unstructured data, such as a email, the body of an email, and we're going to extract things out of that email, such as an address and a work order number. So the first thing we're going to do is go here into Workloads Dashboard, and we're going to click the blue button to create a brand new workflow. So now that that's loaded up, we're going to use Gmail in this example. So we'll search for the Gmail app, and we're going to select this top one here, Google Gmail. For our event, we only have one trigger here. It's a new email. So now we're going to choose our account. And if you haven't already done so, you'll need to add a new Google Gmail account and link it up. It's really simple. You just click on this blue button and you'll go through the authorization workflow. I've already integrated Google Gmail with my account, so I'm just going to click on my existing one. Now we're going to set up the trigger. And you see this box here, this field is called Search Query. This field works identically to the Gmail search box at the top. So you can say from : and then the email address of the person who you're trying to set up the trigger, so that we're only triggering on emails from this specific person. You can also type in subject, and then it'll search only for subject matches. So now we're going to click on test trigger. And there we go. And we'll click on test trigger again. Everything's ready. And now we have an ID of a matching email sample. And this is all we need for now. So we're going to save and close this step. And now we're going to click on the action step. And we're going to go back to Gmail. And now what we need to do is find the email by ID, because that's the only bit of information that we have right now is the ID of this email. So we'll go click on that, reconnect my account. Now we're going to set up the action, and it's asking us for a thread ID. So if we open up this step, the field here, you'll see this drop down with an arrow. So click on that arrow, and now you'll see this expand, and there we have our thread ID. So we'll click on that, and that inserts our thread ID into the field, and it will dynamically be updated as new matches are found, and it will continue updating your workflow. So now we're going to test this action. And here we go. It's basically what it's done is now it gives us all the details from that matching message. And this body plain section here at the bottom, this is the important part. This is the text of the email body. So now we're going to save and close that. And we're going to click on this plus sign here. If you hover over it, you see it says to add an action step. So we're going to add an action step. And we're going to go to Tools in our action. And the tool we're going to use for this example is Text Extract. And we're going to extract pattern. So now here's our setup form. The input is going to be the email body. So it's down here at the bottom. The body plain is what we want. And the regex pattern to match against the input is going to come from here. I use this tool called Regexer to do this. So here you can see you can play around with different regex formulas, and then you can use a sample of text, and you'll see that it highlights the part whenever you get it right. And so what we're going to do is just copy this whole formula here, and then we're going to paste it into here. And now we will hit test action. Click on test action again. And now you can see we parsed out the address from that body email. So now we need to shift this up. I'm dragging the workflow up so I can make room now to add an additional step because we want to grab the work order. So go back to Tools and find the text extract box. Same thing, we're going to extract a pattern. The input is exactly the same as before, the Google Gmail step 2. And we're going to go down to the bottom and we're going to use the body plane. And now this time the regex pattern we're going to use is slightly different. Similar in nature, but slightly different. So here we just want to grab this work order number, and this is the regex formula that we're going to use to do that. So I'm going to copy my formula, get rid of that window, paste my formula in the regex pattern to match against the input field. And I'm going to hit test action. And there we go. There's our work order with the work order number. Save and close this. And now we can add a new step, and you can do something like send this to create a project in a tool called Company Cam. So you can create a project, connect your account, set it up, and then same thing. You just reference the data from the prior steps using the drop-down menus.